collecting money and staying in cash. So if you are already having exposure to US funds, it is good to continue. But otherwise, I'm really apprehensive that unless the RBI or SEBI removes that cap of 8 billion, they'll be able to do much. Even Parag Parekh from the 30% of additional holding in foreign stocks is only down to about 16% now. Comparison to the complete corpus which they have, that thing has come down to 15-16%. That's why you see the lowering of the returns in Parag Parekh. Had government of India not put a cap, allowed a few billion more than that, and they would have been able to buy last year, and that 48% return which everybody got from US markets could have come to India also. Right?
Okay. So regarding the US fund, I already had, because 4-5 years back when this 3-4 years back when Nasdaq was down about 10,000 and so. तब आपने recommend किया कि मतलब if somebody
I remember the date. So it was 24th of March 2020. मुझे याद है because ये मेरे सामने जो है ना ये लॉन यहाँ पर बैठ करने वेबिनार की month cold year, and when I came inside the market had actually melted. But whatever decisions we were taking blindly sitting at that place without seeing the market actually helped most of us. I also have about 70% on that. Yeah.
US वाले funds तो I had invested quite a lot that time. So I had not taken मैं आपको call भी किया था because my financial advisor told that we should sell the US funds. He told me that we should stick to it. Whatever we have bought, we should just keep it and never sell.
This actually, because when I generally this I forget that what I said, but a lot of people reminded me that we had actually gone against what the market suggested to us, what the market told us we did, and that's why we are probably here. But the strength of our arena, you see, because we lack information on board, sometimes you get over the situation without knowing about it. You will never choose the wrong decision unless you sell at the wrong time. इन्वेस्टमेंट कभी भी आप यूज नहीं करोगे, ठीक है, 3 साल में रिवाइव करेंगे, 4 साल में करेंगे, रिवाइव करेगा, दुनिया में बात नहीं है. Don't invest in Iraq, don't invest in Iran, don't invest in this country. If you invest in proper geographies, US is a strong economy, 54% market cap. The entire stock of Apple is trading on the daily volume and basis is more than the Indian market. क्या बोल रहे हैं? Okay, we'll take other people also. Right, yeah.
Just to tell everyone, I attended CPC first CPC September 2017, and I started investing in January 2018. So what I can say that I have not lost one OCR but 2 OCRs. But I have invested 70% of my income in 2018. Whatever I earned. That's not the conviction of Rana sir. So I would just say everyone to follow you blindly and just invest and don't take.
Never follow anyone blindly. The conviction is all yours. देखो आज के जमाने में लोग अपने माँ बाप की नहीं सुनते हैं, तो भी कौन है? You see it things happening. So people like to do that, and probably the fact that I am doing it myself and I have proven to myself that I can manage for 10 years without taking any money from anybody in the world except my own investments. So it gives a little confidence to people that it could be the right way. हमारे पास में रास्ता कौन सा बताओ, है ना? बाकी सब तो करते ही हैं, हम लोग सब कर ही रहे हैं. So it's okay. It's the opportunity to you people that you have confidence in yourself, and please continue, and you will see better times, better than what we have, and you will evolve more spiritually and more psychologically as we go along this path, because there is no security bigger than a mental security, right? And nothing gives a better mental security than a financial security. When we know that we're not dependent on anybody for our financial needs. There will come a time very soon when you will be earning more out of your returns from the market than what you will be getting from your going on board. And then that is a very difficult time, because then you start discussing the thinking, अब क्या करें? कंपनी से ज़्यादा खुद कर रहे हैं. But there is a way of money in modern times. हो जाएगा. Okay, we'll take from Keith now, if you don't mind. Or
yes.
Right? Okay. Yes, please.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Yeah.
And firstly, I want to say thank you. I have read your book 2017 when I just passed my class 4 exam. and I started my journey in mutual funds from then. But unfortunately, for some reasons, when in 2019 I was 24, I was a bit young, and I went to UK to give my exams. I had to sell all of it. Also, I was caught in COVID at the time. But however, after exams, I started investing heavily, and I've been doing mutual funds now. It's 2024, exactly from early 2021. I have already crossed the 1 CR mark. But however, at that time, when the COVID dip was there, I have invested quite a decent sum of money slowly as I could in direct stocks, which today has almost given 100% return. So, in my honest opinion, considering mutual funds on my mutual fund portfolio, I'm getting a SIRR of close to 30% now over the last 3 years. Do you recommend to sell this, what do you call that, the direct stock portfolio and enter mutual fund, or should I leave this as it is and continue in mutual fund SIP as it is as of right now?
Pete, what's your rank now?
Right now, I'm telling a second engineer. I'm 30 years old.
Okay. So
I already have 6 engineers to pay.
yeah, one thing like we engineers and generally sailors on board we follow is that if something is going wrong, don't touch it. Right? Apart from the PMs that we carry out, we leave things as they are. So if you have invested in direct stock, whatever method, whichever account, I'm not questioning that. And you have got 100% return on that. I don't even know the name of the stocks, but I am thinking that you are quite capable of judging things for yourself. You know the quality of stocks that there are. If not, you should subscribe to a service which can advise you on those stocks. And then you take the decision. Because that profit is already there on the table. And this is exactly where mutual funds score over stocks. Stocks you do not know. Suppose I had this entire portfolio made out of stocks. One of my batchmates does have it. He only has stocks in his portfolio. His portfolio makes about the same returns that I get from my mutual fund portfolio. So that's it. That money is same. But however, what happens is, suppose I needed a large sum this year and he also needed a large sum this year. He was not able to decide which stock he should sell. This is when we also call it predictors. Of course, his decision was justified because this particular year, in the last 2 months, pharma industry has given some excellent returns, so he was justified. But then he landed up touching his other portfolio which he had of fixed income, but he could not sell the direct equity. So that is one disadvantage which the direct equity will always have. And as you move higher in life, you will be much better in making the percentage of investment in mutual funds as higher than the direct stocks. Having said that, I will also say that you should have the ability to judge a stock and hold it for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. I have done that. I have had maybe 3 multi-baggers in my life. And they really went to great multiples, great multiples. But one of them I held for about 28 years and another one I held for 13 years. And so these are things, but they together, even with the multiple that they made for me, it was not sufficient to give me a return to give my expenses for even 2 to 3 years. It was not. So the volume also matters. So direct stock is a different specialty. And why we have taken a mutual fund is because most of us, 99.9% of us, do not have that ability, time, or patience to follow up. And so we pay 0.8% to a person sitting in the MF office to judge it for us and buy it for us. Like a lot of us are asking that, what do we do now? The market has gone up so high. So in direct stocks, one has to take a decision and get out. But in mutual fund, we don't have to worry that call. Because for us at that stage, 16% of a fund in cash means our money is also 16% in cash or equivalent. Cash doesn't mean he's sitting on actual rupees. He has maybe taken some exposure to debt also. It is called cash and cash equivalent. So as a direct stock, this call is always yours.
This was all done through the NRE PIS account, so all this is completely repatriable. So I have done and tried it. I have sold some stock also, and it has come to my NRE account. That is not a problem. And this portfolio of stocks which I was putting slowly consists almost about 20-25 different stocks. And the idea which was given by a friend was, why don't you construct your own mutual fund? So the fund manager is doing the same thing. So dheere dheere karke, like I have put, and it has given me almost 100% return. Some have given like 4-5% return, like Cochin Shipyard and HAL. I was lucky enough and advised to invest in those. However, if you see shares like HDFC Bank have not moved at all. So doing all this, it has given 100% return. Though right now for the last 1 year, I have not put any money in these stocks at all, and I am only putting in mutual fund. So my only question was whether to sell it and enter mutual fund from there through a STP, or to just leave it like this. And since that money is invested,
now, since you have taken the name of 2-3 funds, 2-3 stocks, in my opinion, you should sell and get out. Okay, at least in those stocks. I will not take the name again, but in my opinion, you should. Because see, I have opinion about companies. It is not, but companies does not mean stocks.
Okay.
I have opinion about companies because I am interested and worried about the economy of the country, and I decide how the country moves. Sitting in my home.
Yes.
That's what my wife says.
Yes, sir.
I have opinion on those companies, and in my opinion, if at all you invest in, I cannot even say that you should have the blue chip companies in your portfolio, and this will happen and that will happen.
Yeah.
From my point of view,
there are a lot of blue chip companies in there. The L&T and all these companies are there. But these other companies which are given 4-5 times return, like even I had a share of Suzlon with the average price of 4 rupees. And then
let's not be very specific about stocks, because the stories keep going on. That's why I did not mention the company that were multi-baggers for me, because then it tempts the person to try it out.
Correct.
And I do not want people to try out these things till they have achieved their retirement corpus. After that, when they have passed 3 crores, 4 crores, I say, now you do whatever you want, because you can take chance. Your basic thing is made. So that you try foreign stocks, you try this, everything doesn't matter. But first, please get your OCR, and after that, try to get your 2CR. Within 7-8 years of your investing,
thanks to your book and advice, the OCR has already been achieved quite some time back. It is close to 2 CR, thankfully. Hopefully, it should cross by the end of this year. And the other thing is, instead of putting money in a liquid fund, I am put money in a FD whenever I get, and I have an account with IndusInd, which is giving 7.99% right now. So,
but only about only about a certain lakhs, no? It's not from zero you start getting 7.9. Is it?
In a FD, it is in a FD. I put a sweep in FD, so it's getting 7.99, and every month it is going from there. So, do you still recommend a liquid fund, or is it okay to keep it in a FD like this and then?
But this is NRE FD, right?
NRE FD.
Because I was told that in banks, what they do is that you have to have a minimum amount, let's say 7 lakhs, and above 7 lakhs, whatever amount is there, that earns 7+% returns. Is it like that, or you earn the entire amount?
No, the entire amount, like there are a couple of small FDs also, like 3 lakhs, and they are giving a 7.99%.
Good. So in that case, you see, isn't it very good? What you should do, in fact, is like what I just said, maybe you joined a little late. I said, book your FD for a long tenure. Because the interest rate may go down.
Okay.
And in a debt fund, you can put money anytime, but you will not get the same rate if tomorrow the bank rates go down.
Correct.
Right. So, see, that's what I keep saying. Market is nobody's friend, nobody's enemy. It is just that you have to cover all the possible avenues, and this is what is called diversification. This is what is called asset allocation. Why not gold? Why not FD? People say FD or debt fund. I said, why not all three?
Correct. Okay.
In this particular regard, why not PPF 1.5 lakh in your wife's name? What's the harm? Good, yeah. 7.1% tax free at all stages. Perfectly all right. Right? So let's go to the next one, Mr. Rahul Sharma ji, bataiye. Rahul, people have their hands for such a long time and then they get bored. Rahul, do you want to
the hand was for such a long time. Finally got a chance. Hello, sir. Very good evening to you and everyone.
थोड़ा सा volume, थोड़ा सा keep it next to your face, yeah.
Can you
Yeah. Now it's clear. बताइए.
Okay. Haji. I am sitting as a master, and I have just entered. I'm entering the mutual funds. I have only invested in fixed deposits until now. Presently, I'm on board. Before coming, I had done my KYC as a non-resident. and I will be investing through NRE account. I was able to open my account with ICICI Pru. Because I gave all the documents, and that is the only place I have the portfolio. After I joined on board, I contacted Zerodha, and later when I joined this group, I understood that that is not
The right way.
to start. Correct.
Yeah.
So I just stopped even interrogating because they wanted through Demat account, through PIS account. So I just stopped altogether. So at this moment, I only have ICICI Pru. And I'm just starting to invest. I have some corpus in my savings at the moment, and I intend to start with MFC. I can be a little aggressive also because I have a little bit good amount of corpus in the fixed deposits. But I have still not taken the term insurance and health, which also I was looking at. So I understand from this portfolio, from this group, that these things which I've been away from are very, very essential for a good
That's
financial.
okay. When you come back, you can always take it. How old are you?
I'm 45.
45. See, now the thing is that at this age, it is possible also that you will have a good amount of corpus, right, in your FDs or otherwise. So it is not necessary that we always need a term plan. I'll tell you frankly, I never had a life insurance in my life, even though I recommend people to have it. But the point is at 45, if the premium of a term plan is going to be very high, so I really don't recommend it, because for you, it's 1 year salary, working salary as your sum assured. So don't worry too much about it. Health insurance is something that you should go for before you start having any PED, that is pre-existing diseases. Now talking about your ICICI, because you can invest it, what I can suggest here is, as a for the temporary measure only, that you start putting some money just for the sake of trying out. If you have a good connection on board, try putting your money in ICICI Pru India Opportunities Fund. Start with 5,000. Once it reflects on your portfolio that 5,000 is there, you put in another 10,000, and like that, you don't do any SIP, STP right now. Just try to do this, and then you follow it up also, and you compare it with other funds on ICICI. This will give you a good education on trying out things for yourself, because right now you can do only ICICI, right? So एक बार ये करके देखिए, and then you can send me a message if you are able to do it successfully, because a lot of things are actually on the logistics front also are difficult to do on board. So that's why try to do this way. Okay.
I am in touch with this relationship manager through which I opened this Pru account. One mistake that they had done was when I saw my portfolio account, that they had not mentioned this account as NRE but NRO, and it was a non-repatriable. So that is the first thing I am getting changed. I've already passed on my CBC and those details, and they have accepted their error and they're rectifying it. So once it is done, yes, definitely I'll try.
Then you can do this. Yeah.
And that little step that we are talking about, that invest some and sell it off and see whether the amount is coming back, can also be done.
Right.
Also, I'm maintaining an account with IndusInd, and I had opened up an investment account with them. So, but I can only invest in regular funds with them, because they
I know that. I know that. Please don't go through the bank if you are doing it in this particular way, unless you are in place. Because from SHIP, there are 100% chances that there will be a lot of irregularities and things will not happen as you want. Since you have already started investing in ICICI, when you come back, it is better to take up an individual as a distributor, because right now your investment account in any bank means that they will act as your distributors or as your agents, and they will be getting the entire fee, whatever. That's fine. तो उसको मत कीजिए, अभी आप खाली ICICI पे concentrate कीजिए. It also does not matter if you do it in an NRO account, because by the time you leave SHIP, it will already be about maybe 1 lakh which you have invested. And doesn't matter what the KYCs, it can always be changed. It can stay as NRO or whatever, but at least it will give you some idea of being able to do it, able to carry out this function on board. आप एक बार करके and then you give me a feedback. ठीक है ना?
Sure, I will do that. So the amount that you are recommending, 5,000, 10,000, I mean, it will just be a random investment. That today
Yeah, just for trying it out. Just for trying it out, since you are on board. Because unless we put money in something, because you've never done mutual funds, unless we start putting money, we don't learn, we don't track. So
Right.
it's only for that purpose, and it will be not an exercise in futility. You will learn something from it.
Definitely. Really appreciate your inputs, and really appreciate the service that you're doing for everyone. And the inputs I see on the group, the most active group which I am in, at least financially. I really appreciate your efforts, sir.
Okay. Good.
Thank you, sir.
Amrit, Gill, are you back now? Hi, Amrit. ये लगता है ऑन करके चले गए या कहीं? Amrit, can you hear
Sir,
me?
I have a small feedback on the previous query.
एक सेकंड है जाओ यार,
This is
अमृत लाइन पर आ गए यार, बेचारे बड़ी देर से वेट कर रहे थे, वो ये द फर्स्ट पर्सन. हाँ अमृत बोलिए.
By mistake it got us.
हाँ जी बताइए. अच्छा, you didn't have a query.
No queries.
Okay, right. हाँ अर्पित, let's go back to you.
Sir, I had a similar experience last year when I started with mutual funds. So I believe the previous person, Rahul, he has started with ICICI Pru. The thing is, when he went to ICICI Pru and he did his KYC as an NRI, then they have already put his KYC as validated in either CAMS or KFintech. So now he has a valid NRI KYC already. All he needs to do is go to the website of any other AMC. And it will take his PAN and take his KYC. So he needs to create a new folio in any AMC, and he need not be stuck with ICICI. He can go to HDFC also. He can go to Quant also. He can go to any AMC and start a new folio. It will automatically take his NRI KYC and give him an option whether to start a new folio as NRE repatriable or NRO non-repatriable. That can be done fully online.
No. What you're saying is correct, but that is not the way it has been happening practically. Because there is a regulation which has come for all mutual funds that at least the KYC or the first transaction has to be either they have to go for in-person verification or IPV, or they have to do one transaction offline. So probably he has gone to ICICI Pru and he has done his KYC, which they may have done incorrectly. So when they correct it, it will only be counted for ICICI. He can try, Rahul, if you are listening to this, you can try in going on to some other website like say Aditya Birla or Kotak or Invesco and try this out. But 99% he will not be able to invest from your NRE account. He will not be able to do it from NRE account as an investment for repatriable. Not now.
I did my KYC through my bank, that the IndusInd Bank, with which I opened my investment account. And after the KYC was done, I contacted ICICI Pru, and I filled up the form. Plus, I did a cancel check. So the procedure was that. This is all I have done, and this I'm not very sure how it works. But yes, definitely this is the input I am also getting. I can try. But I will try. I will start investing with the ICICI.
Yes. No, you can like just now Arpit suggested. You can do it, but as per the feedback of different people which we are getting. See, I also get feedback from you people only. I'm not NRI anymore, so I can't stay for myself. But I from this customer service of Franklin, which I had contacted for you people only, and one more, I think it was HDFC. They said that for any NRI transaction done from the NRE account on repatriable basis, either the KYC has to be IPV basis, that is in-person verification basis, or your first transaction has to be offline. That means you have to visit them. Or unless your in-person verification can also be done by a distributor, whom we also call agents, they can do it. But otherwise, now it is not possible. In fact, this is also applicable for the residents. But they don't say it in so many words because they don't want people to run away from them. Okay, right. हाँ जी, मनीष, आप कुछ, do you have anything for us?
Yeah, sir. Actually, I am having two doubts. First is what the case was saying, that he is having NRE FD with the IndusInd Bank, and then he is he has made the sweeping FD, and then he is investing through the FD. But I think NRE FD, if it is for the less than 1 year period, then there will not be any interest. So if he is doing more than 1 year, say 2 year, 4 year, then he can do, like after 1 year he can do. Is it like that?
Yeah.
After 1 year, you
Yes,
can.
normally what you're saying is correct, that if any amount withdrawn from this FD, maybe they have structured this fund properly, so that fund which will be removed from that, so possibly if it does it before 1 year, the FD will be considered broken and he will not be given the interest for that, possibly.
Yeah.
That he must find out for himself. Though, in my personal opinion, if you are doing an NRE FD, then you should not have a reason to withdraw it before 1 year. You can do it after 1 year, 1 month, even if you have a FD booked for 5 years. You can liquidate it after 1 year, 1 day. But before that, if you do, you will lose the interest. So even if you have a sweep in, sweep out, there is no problem for them. They are happy that if you can liquidate it after 11 months, because they don't have to pay you interest. Right.
No, but what I'm asking, sir, that if I do a FD for 5 years and I start withdrawing after 1 year, say after 13 months, then will they pay the interest also?
Certainly, they will pay, but only as per the rate which was fixed for 1 year. Because, for example, now it is the opposite case what it used to be in our time. In our time, the longer you keep, the higher the rate of interest. But now, highest rate of interest is probably up to 2 years. 1 year it's about 7.2, 7.3, and up to 2 years it could be 7.5. But if you go for a booking of 5 years, it could only be 6.8 or something. However, if you liquidate it, you will get a interest calculated for that tenure as per the rate that was fixed at that time.
No, then I
When
will
you
get
book-
for 13 months, or I will get for 1 year only.
No, you will get for 13 months, 2 days, 5 days, whatever it is there. Unless, of course, if they have a clause which they are allowed to keep of penalty. Means you have made a deposit, because this is happening in the resident accounts. If somebody has a FD for 5 years and he goes and tries to liquidate it after 3 years, then they, in addition to putting a interest for lesser period, giving an interest for a lesser period, they also put a levy a penalty. Now they started doing it. Earlier it was not there.
Sir, second doubt was that I joined actually little late. So you was telling about something about index fund, that we should not put much money in the index fund. So can you just briefly repeat it, please?
Yeah, what I was saying was that if a person has reached a certain amount in his corpus, let's say he's on a 2 crore basis, then he should also view his breakup of his portfolio. Means you should not have about 80% in large cap. That will impede the growth of your portfolio. 65-70% is good to have in the large cap. Now, if you are investing in an index fund, that fund will certainly invest in the top 50 or next 50, right? That whatever is left, he will only invest in that.
Yeah.
You get the point. However, if you are investing in a large cap fund, now he is allowed to take exposure of 25% in mid cap and small cap also.
Yes, sir.
So it's not that always index fund will win. There are times when the index fund may not give you a return, but in a longer period, they would like to. They would be able to give you that return.
No, but it's some capping of 8 billion. Is there something you were talking about? Some capping, some 8 million.
8 million, that was for the foreign fund.
Okay.
Means all the mutual funds together could not have an exposure of more than $8 billion dollars to foreign stocks. So all the funds which had a feeder fund or an index fund dedicated to foreign countries like China or UK or Hang Seng or US, together they could not have exposure of more than 8 CR. Which I don't know how it was divided. Probably whoever had whatever amount in proportion to that, they had the capping. Now that cap has not been changed for last 4-5 years. So most of the funds have reached that and they cannot buy any more stocks. Not unless the stocks fall in those countries and this value becomes less than 8. Then they can put in some more money.
But
By
for
23.
yes, but for index fund there is no capping. No capping is there.
नहीं, index fund कौन सा index fund?
Means
इंडियन
Nifty
इंडेक्स
50
फंड
और Nifty 50
नहीं,
और
इनमें
Next
इनमें
50.
कैसे इसमें कैसे इंडेक्स फंड में कैपिंग हो सकता है? अभी इसमें तो इन्वेस्ट ही करेंगे ना सर.
Yes, sir.
कैपिंग इज ओनली फॉर द फॉरेन फंड्स लाइक यूएस अपॉर्चुनिटीज फंड और Nasdaq 100 and 100 of Motilal Oswal or those.
Yes.
So I was explaining that especially the ETFs, when we are talking about S&P 500 and 100 and other ETFs, now they have a NAV and they have a trading value,
Yes, sir.
and the NAV is much less than the traded value because traded value is on the basis of the floating stock.
Yes, sir.
The more people want to buy it, then there are people who want to sell it. So the price keeps going up, but uska NAV is different. All the ETFs also have a NAV.
Yes.
Get the point? So that is what I was suggesting, that before buying into foreign funds, also check the NAV, difference between the NAV and the trading value of the day.
Yes.
Don't just simply buy it. ठीक है ना?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't see any more hands really. I think everybody's thing is there. So what I was suggesting to people was that during the week you should try to collect your queries whenever it comes. It is not necessarily your own queries from your juniors, your shipmates, whatever they have. If you happen to read any news item and you wish to discuss that, if you can give me some time, I will try to find out about that and discuss with you. It is not necessary that everything has to be connected with the mutual funds or it has to be connected with any stocks that you own. Every company by itself is adding to the country's economy, and we should be ready to learn about it. Only when we learn about it can we start thinking about it. When we don't know about it, we will not start thinking about it. Like I even listen to small stories. I listen to YouTube videos about 3 hours a day, 2 to 3 hours a day. I mean, I download them, and when I'm traveling or flying, I listen to them. So this gives me a perspective into the companies which I don't even have any idea about, because we are into new economy for last 25 years. The way we are looking at these companies like Zomato, Nykaa, or Blinkit, or all those delivery companies, the new age companies. We used to talk about IT companies those days. We didn't know about IT companies those days that much. And we always thought technology. They used to say technology, and I never used to know what is this technology about. So it is very necessary that we learn about these, because this is going to be a future. And when we say that we should be on a path of financial education, before financial education, it should be the knowledge about what is happening around us. Now today, unlike 25 years, 30 years ago, people were talking more about politics. Today, people don't talk about politics. Today, people talk about social changes, social problems. They talk about economy. Even the normal newspapers, on the headlines, you will always find some economic news. He sold so much of stake in that company, and he bought so much of stake in that company. So different things we have to learn, because we have to be future ready. Today we have mutual funds in front of us. These mutual funds, especially the debt fund, appeared very attractive 20 years ago, but they are not so attractive today, because they were not giving returns like that. Then there was no call about index funds or ETF, but we made a very slow transition. I'm talking about our group. We made a very nice slow transition to index funds. And some people whose wife was into stocks, I also suggested that you can also go into ETFs. Though I don't want you to do that, because that takes away part of your time and you are inclined to take over exposure into stocks. So all those things are there. I'll just take a query. It was from Mohite somebody. Ankit has a question. Ankit Bhavsar. Yeah?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
On that, on the similar line that you are saying that you should keep, reading about something. I just came across this one article which was saying something about this small case. I was trying to find out more. I think it's about investing in some particular theme, kind of a thing, thematic.
Yes.
I just wanted to
it is this small case is basically it's a kind of a basket, and like you said, a particular theme where this particular company invests in certain ratio that we will keep this stock. You can say it's like a uncontrolled index fund of a particular theme. We have index funds of themes also, right? So they invest in that way. It is almost as good as Manish is warning people. So these they are also big mutual funds. The only thing is percentage is not defined. Like mutual fund, it is defined that no mutual fund scheme can have exposure of more than 10% in any particular stock. So what happens is, suppose there is a company, let's call it ITC, and a particular fund, let's say HDFC Equity or HDFC Flexi Cap, was holding 10% of ITC at a certain time when it was below 200. Then our exposure in that went up. The price of ITC went up from 200 to 250, right? So when price of went up to 250, then naturally the exposure in that scheme to ITC became higher. So they have to sell it, right? When it becomes higher, they have to further sell it to keep within that volume value of 10%. Now, in these funds, small case or the AIF category. AIF category is another category. It has further 3 categories of different things. One is for stocks, one is for art, one is for investing in these new age ventures, venture capitalism, capital is what we call. So all those things are there. These are little complicated stuff, a shade little complicated. The returns, what they say we hold, is not exactly what they actually follow. Zerodha, you will find one small case in Zerodha also. So I would suggest that for some time, till you are stable, you stay along with the mutual fund standard. Try to move and maneuver in that space. After your 1 CR or closer to 2 CR, you can take exposure into thematic funds if you think that way, because thematic funds are also not controlled. So thematic funds means what? They go by theme, right? Similar sector fund. Sector fund means they have exposure to energy, they have exposure to petroleum or finance or pharma, right? Or infra. Now these are sector funds. So they also invest in their own category. They don't have any cap of like how much they should invest. So instead of small case, why not go here where it is controlled? The reason why I always push for mutual fund is because our mutual fund industry is so heavily controlled by SEBI, even though SEBI has come under suspicion because of the chairman, this Madhavi Buch. But still, we have one of the most heavily controlled industries in the world and regulated. And it is so heavily regulated that these foreign funds find it very difficult to maneuver. Because our rules and regulations are very more strict. It's almost like, clearing exam from India and doing it from UK. You know which is better. Right. So it is like that. So small case is good. I'm not saying it is wrong, but I have tried it also, but I did not find the returns commensurate with what they claim. Because they are not regulated in that particular way. They have to follow certain basic norms of SEBI, but they are not regulated by SEBI. Right?
Okay, sir.
So, और किसी का हाथ नहीं है, मनीष जी? Okay. Yeah, Rakesh, you want to say something?
Just one question, same in line with what was asked on the first. If you are getting some lump sum money like LIC ka, जैसे we are getting some 25-30 lakhs in your NRO account. So what is your suggestion for that? That we should invest from the NRO or we can transfer it to our wife's account also from there?
Yeah, you can see. One thing okay, we can expand on this. First is the concept of what to do with this kind of money, which is coming into NRO. So there are 2 ways of doing things. One is you start a parallel investment from your NRO account on non-repatriable basis. Second is transfer part of that amount to your wife's name, which should not be more than 10% of your annual salary, and let her invest part of it. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like we have said that household expenses, you transfer double of whatever is approximate monthly expenses, and then let her invest from that. It becomes a legal, justified PIN money. Right. Nobody is going to ask you questions on that. Nobody has asked any questions on that so far. So the third thing is that monthly खर्च तो होता ही है ना.
Yes.
जो expenses होते हैं वो instead of doing from NRE account which you are earning, invest that money and use this for expenses. Put it in a debt fund in her name and start spending that money.
Okay, yeah, because I am already investing in my wife's name in mutual fund. I have started investing through her account, so that can be used. Okay, just wanted to ask.
When I left sailing, the ratio between my portfolio and my wife's portfolio was about in the ratio of 3:1. I mean, my 3:1. But today, it is about 2:1. So like half of the portfolio is hers. So see, what I tell you is exactly what I am following. It is not that, I'm just giving this thing. So whatever I have done, and I always do things in a legal way. I first find out from the relevant sources, then I discuss it with my distributor, then I discuss it with my CA. Sometimes I have to explain it to the CA, and this conversation goes on for a few days till he comes on board, because he's not an investment expert. In fact, he asked me about investment.
Okay.
So the point is that then we decide that, okay, this is the right form and this will go in the correct direction. We also have to see a future direction, and that is why I am able to understand your needs better, because I know I have gone through those problems. अब हमें कब कितना पैसा खर्च करना है, पहले 10 years में कितना पैसा कब खर्च होगा, I know it, because I know when a cadet starts earning what he's heading for, in how many years he's expecting to clear his chief engineer's or master's license and become a master and chief engineer. तब तो उसका क्या expenses होंगे, what will be the variation? This is the reason why I say, please give me your full name so that I can identify you, I can remember you. You can imagine, I remember most of you. There are about 1,600 people actively on the group. There are a lot of people who keep coming and going. But I remember each one of you. And second is, why I ask the city is because so that I can guide you towards the CAMS and KFinTech or the mutual fund office in that particular area. Because I am very much in favor that if you want to do this portfolio DIY, do it yourself basis, you must visit these AMCs. I never visited any of them. In my life, I think I have visited only 2 or 3 times, not 2 or 3 AMC, 2 or 3 times, because I always had a distributor next to me. All these AMC people in Dehradun or in Jaipur, where I stayed there for a short time also, for some Dr. Zajik coaching and all. So they know me by name, because I used to be a very active person who used to call them up for different queries and this and that, for other people's queries or helping people. But I have never been to any of them. But you need to go to these people. You need to build a rapport. You have more money lying in your mutual fund than your bank. So your mutual fund people should know you better. They should call you for your contact programs when they have, or if they're having a fund manager. Suppose you are from a very small town and you're already into a mutual fund which has grown in one particular scheme, or one AMC that has grown to 1 CR. There will not be many people in this country who have that kind of folio. So they will be more than happy to call you if they have somebody coming over from the AMC. This will only happen if you go to the AMC. You try to do everything from the laptop and computer, it will not give you that desired result.
And sir, which app you are using for this foreign investment, for the foreign ones? Does this?
No. I always go by the website of the AMC. Like previously, I had exposure to Franklin US Opportunities. So that time I used to do it from Franklin website. Then I invested a little bit in US, in China offshore. That time I went on Edelweiss website. And now for S&P 500, I went on Motilal website. Also for N100, I bought it on ETF because I can do it now. So I used to do it on the Zerodha website, because I'm using Zerodha. I still have to close down my account with my one of the trading stocks that I had, trading whatever it's called, companies. Right? So I mostly go on the website, and I try to use 99%. I try to use the laptop. I have apps on my mobile, but that is also a secondary investment. Otherwise, usually I use my laptop because I feel more comfortable. Today only I share an article which one of my batchmates shared, how a lot of productivity is getting marred because people are not using reading glasses. So, and I have actually found a problem with this, because it is the same effect, when you do things on a smaller screen or your visibility is not clear, it affects your decision making.
Correct, yeah.
So all those things, that's why right now I'm doing this webinar on a tab. But otherwise, because tomorrow I have to travel to Jaipur, so I have packed up my laptop, but otherwise I do everything on my laptop, as far as possible.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you. And there was some talk on the group regarding this overlapping of the flexi cap funds for this HDFC and this PPFAS, and they were suggesting that NJ flexi cap is much more. There's no overlapping. So
they were saying NJ. Some people also said about JM. I don't know about NJ, but JM they said. Now you see, I never took the name of JM in the entire process. I never JM is one of the funds which I used to invest in 2002. I forget the name of the fund also. But if you see, what I was asking was that this JM Flexi Cap fund is so old. And if this fund is so old and it has been going on steadily, why has the AUM not gone up? This is a question that we should ask ourselves. Return भी अच्छा है, फिर AUM क्यों बढ़ने जा रहा है? तो कहीं ना कहीं तो इशू होगा, या तो सर्विस का इशू होगा, कहीं ना कहीं कोई तो इशू होगा कि भाई हमारा नहीं आ रहा है, या तो ये, और they have not put any limit also that now we are closed for the subscription like Mirai Asset does for their large and mid cap. ऐसा भी नहीं है. So then why has their AUM not gone up?
Correct, yes. Actually, I did the research. मैंने देखा उसमें जाके कि HDFC सबका मैच किया मैंने. HDFC, PPFS and HDFC NJ मैंने किया, तो NJ का जो ओवरलैपिंग है वो सिर्फ आई थिंक 8% आ रहा है, बाकी उसमें 32% आ रहा है. मतलब दैट मीन्स दैट HDFC और PPFS if you are holding flexi cap, that 32% of the common stock you are holding basically. Correct? Yeah.
वो तो ठीक है, बट अब आप ये देखो कि 32% तो उनके कॉमन हो गए, बट व्हाट अबाउट विच इज नॉट कॉमन? See, they say that in his lifetime, Prashant Jain, who was the legendary fund manager of HDFC, who held a record for having the largest amount of AUM at his disposal, which was sometime equal to the GDP of a country. इतना बड़ा था उसका, छोटे कंट्रीज के बराबर. उसने लाइफ में 570 स्टॉक्स को डील किया था, सेलेक्ट किया था. But actually the stocks which did well for him, by the name of which he became legendary, about only 55 stocks worked for him. That's less than 10% of the stocks.
Okay.
तो सवाल ये है कि ये, क्योंकि मेरी एक सर्विस शुरू कर दी मैंने नेट में, तो मैं आर्टिकल्स लिखने की कोशिश करता हूँ. एक टू कैच आई बॉल्स आई विल ट्राई टू मेक आर्टिकल्स व्हिच मेक सेंस टू पीपल. बट उसका बाकी भी तो देखो ना यार. Two funds may be having ITC or L&T in their portfolio, in the holding. किस परसेंटेज में है? एक के पास 10% है, एक के पास 3.5% है. So just saying that they have a exposure holding, is it by way of volume or is it simply by saying that this stock is also there and this stock is also there? Is it the number of companies or is it the value? आप समझ रहे हैं?
करेक्ट सर.
HDFC फ्लेक्सी कैप में सपोज उसका 74,000 करोड़ है और उसके पास नाउ हाउ मच ऑफ L&T इज एबल टू बाय? 10% ऑफ 74,000 करोड़. हमारा JM फ्लेक्सी कैप हाउ मच कैन ही बाय? 5,300 करोड़. वो तो खरीदेगा ना, नहीं सकता है ना. It is not only the name of the company, it is how much can you buy, because you are not allowed to have more than 10%.
Yes.
हमें ये फिगर्स जो है ना, ये so many thousand करोड़ AUM बहुत ज्यादा हो गई, ये हमें लग रहा है. ये सब करने के बाद भी we are only 5% of the world capitalization in the stock market. Only 5%. अभी तो 10 भी नहीं आया, अभी तो डबल डिजिट भी नहीं आया. We are 1/3 of China. Forget about USA तो we are 1/10. The entire trading volume of the Indian stock market is less than Apple.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
That's the point. So we are far away. Have a view about things, but these are good to discuss only in parties. Parties में बात करने के लिए बड़ा अच्छा होता है कि बताने के लिए, तो people get impressed and all. Frankly, मैं बता रहा हूँ, money making is a very boring business. When you say सर बोर हो गए हैं, that means you are making money. When you are excitedly talking about it, you are not making money. जब आप एक स्टॉक में बना रहे हो, 9 में खो रहे हो. That is a way of putting it across. Nobody is. It's very boring. I'm telling you. I only heard this thing in papers and in books, sometimes quotations, that when you're making money, it's a very boring business. But frankly, in my last 7, 8 years, 10 years, I have felt that when you don't do anything, that is the only time you're making money. Sometimes if we meet face to face, then I'll tell you what I mean about it. I can't go online.
Okay.
Be very specific.
Thank you.
हाँ मनीष जी बताइए, आपने रोक के रखा हुआ है, वरना हम 1 घंटा पहले बंद हो गए होते.
यस सर, मेरा क्वेरी तो ये है कि सर ये जो निफ्टी 500 इंडेक्स फंड है, सो कैन बी कंसीडर एज ए फ्लेक्सी कैप फंड आल्सो?
भाई देखो, फ्लेक्सी कैप तो बन ही गया, उसमें सारा तो इंक्लूड कर लिया. ठीक है ना, लेट्स हैव अ स्मॉल डिस्कशन ऑन दिस. मुझे बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग लगा एक्चुअली इस वीक में. आई आल्सो फाउंड समथिंग ऑन दिस फ्रंट.
Yes, sir.
आपको याद होगा सम टाइम बैक आई सजेस्टेड ग्रो निफ्टी टोटल मार्केट इंडेक्स.
Yes, sir.
766 funds there, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
In the same proportion the way it is in Nifty, right? So it is having 266 stocks more than Nifty 500. And it doesn't matter if it is considered a flexi cap or it is not considered a flexi cap. आपको किसी से मतलब है?
Yes.
पैसे से मतलब कि भैया तू इधर जा, लार्ज कैप उठ, स्मॉल कैप उठ, मिड कैप उठ, कब उठेगा मुझे उससे मतलब नहीं है. मुझे पैसा दे के जा. मिनिमम मुझे 15% चाहिए, इतना तो दे दे, बाकी बाद में देखूंगा. अगर 15% देता है आपका पैसा 4 years 9 months में डबल होता जाता है. 4 years 9 months ऐसे करके डबल होता है. जितना ज्यादा बढ़ता है वो उतना ज्यादा डबल होता जाता है. अभी पिछले दिनों इफ यू रिमेंबर DSP had brought out one excellent fund and this the only USP of that fund was there is no fund like this in the market and it was Nifty 500 top 10 fund ऐसे करके कुछ था.
Equal weightage fund.
Top 10.
Equal weightage. Equal weightage fund.
10%. 10, but only for 10 stocks.
Yes, sir.
Means they will invest only in 10 stocks. Then I heard this what you call great what do you call this? क्या होता है ये podcast of the fund manager also. Then he because I am a very big fan of DSP. तो उन्होंने बताया कि how the philosophies that they invest in their own company, this, that and all that. उसने बताया. लोग एक छोटी सी बात भूल गए that there was a fund which was existing in the market before that. It is called NV20.
Yes.
Most active 20 funds of the Nifty universe, right? This was already there for 10 years in the market in ETF form and in index form also. आप आज इसको सर्च कीजिए. और मैंने इसमें इन्वेस्ट भी किया है. And I have made a lot of money. And the problem now is that I can't invest everywhere.
Yes.
But what I want to say is that there is always a fund lying there where you can make money. We cannot say which one will do, which one will not do. So that is why Nifty 500 is a good fund. Grow. Let's see where it goes. If some more funds come with this total market index concept, this is one of the very good things. आज अगर मैं 5th engineer time में वापस शुरू करता हूँ, my salary that time was 2,900 rupees, and I have this thing available to us because we never had mutual funds available to us at that time. I would probably not look anywhere apart from flexi cap funds. I will not look anywhere except a total market index fund. ये सारे तमाशे बेकार थे. हम बस इतना ध्यान रखेंगे that we don't pile too much of money in one fund.
Yes, sir.
एक स्टेज वो आएगा जब आपकी जो 6 फंड में बोलता रहता हूँ ना, हर एक में 1-1 करोड़ रुपया होगा.
Yes, sir.
तो आप कहोगे अब क्या करें? अब तो वो भी मर गया, राजीव कौशिक भी नहीं है, अब क्या करें? अब कैसे पूछे? तो पॉइंट वही होता है, आप फंड सिर्फ इसलिए चेंज करोगे बिकॉज एक फंड इतना बढ़ जाएगा कि यू विल नॉट नो व्हाट टू डू. और फिर वो 2-3 साल के लिए परफॉर्म करना कम कर देगा, बंद कर देगा, जैसे HDFC इक्विटी था. एंड देन यू विल स्टार्ट गेटिंग रेस्टलेस, जैसे मैं हो गया. इन्वेस्टिंग फॉर ऑलमोस्ट 13-14 ईयर्स. अच्छा अब क्या करें यार, ये 3 साल से रिटर्न ही नहीं दे रहा है. तो मैंने वहां से एग्जिट करना शुरू कर दिया. अगर 18 से पहले का एग्जिट करता तो आई वुड नॉट हैव पेड द कैपिटल गेन्स आल्सो, बट आई डिड इट आफ्टर 90. एंड देन मिस्टर प्रशांत जैन, द फंड मैनेजर दैट ही वाज, 1 साल में वो ऐसा रिटर्न दिया कि सारा का सारा वो जितना 3 साल का अंडर परफॉर्मेंस था, इट गॉट वॉश्ड आउट, इट गॉट रिकवर्ड. ऑल ये जो हम PSU की बात करते रहते हैं ना, दिस PSU थिंग ही वाज टॉकिंग फ्रॉम 20 years ago. वो कह रहा था कि इंडिया तब तक तरक्की कर ही नहीं सकती जब तक SBI तरक्की नहीं करेगा. Whether you have an account in SBI doesn't matter. हमारा वही होता है कि हम तारीफ करते हैं SBI की, पैसा रखते हैं इंडसइंड बैंक में. हम तो कहते हैं किसी में मत रखो. But the point is that all these index funds are the funds of future. Not only because of the expense ratio, but for the ease of taking decision. चलो हमने पहले 4-5 years back I started pushing this concept of investing in NV50, Nifty 50. Then we said पहले ही उसका जूस तो निकल चुका है नेक्स्ट निफ्टी में, तब वो निफ्टी 50 में आया तो इसको भी पकड़ लो. फिर कहा कि अरे यार ये मिड कैप से तो लार्ज कैप में आया था, पूरा जूस तो इसका मिड कैप में निकल गया था कि चलो मिड कैप का भी इंडेक्स फंड पकड़ लो. तो ऐसे करते करते हम देखते हैं कि यार अगर पूरे को ही पकड़ लो वो 200 स्टॉक्स का या 250 स्टॉक्स का यूनिवर्स पकड़ लो तो आपका सारा कवर हो जाता है
Yes.
और एग्जैक्ट प्रोपोर्शन में होता है. So if we can decide on keeping part of the allocation in active funds and part of the allocation in passive funds, तो बहुत अच्छा बैठेगा, बहुत अच्छा जाएगा.
लेकिन सर ये जो फ्लेक्सी कैप है ये मतलब फंड कैसे डिसाइड करता है कि मतलब कि कितना मतलब इसमें मतलब जैसे मल्टी कैप में तो फिक्स रहता है कि मतलब कि अराउंड से 30 and 30 बट हियर हाउ मच हाउ दे डिसाइड?
Entirely on the fund manager, and that is what they were expected to give a return. 18 में ये classification हुआ था 2018 में that this is the way you will do, and that time flexi cap was not there. So then the mutual fund industry AMFI went to SEBI and said तुम पागल हो, you are already deciding for everything that large cap should be so much and mid cap should be so much, कुछ तो हमारे लिए भी एक फंड दो ना. So then flexi caps then SEBI said okay, have a flexi cap fund where you can decide for anything. You can invest in anything. Some of the flexi cap funds also say that we can invest in any debt fund to any extent, जितना भी हम चाहें. ICICI का multi asset fund ऐसा ही fund है. You can go into debt, equity, gold, any amount of time. In fact, ICICI proved value discovery can even go into foreign stocks, but they never use that proportion. Similarly, SBI focus fund, it has a mandate of taking foreign stocks. वो 0.3%, 0.5% ये exposure लेते हैं. Because at the end of the day, the fund manager also has to prove himself every month. तो वो क्या करता है? वो large cap लेके बैठ जाता है. And that is what these people, all flexi cap people have done. They have piled up their funds with large cap, majorly. तो उसमें उन्हें पता था कि ये नीचे तो गिरेगा नहीं, पर एटलीस्ट तो मतलब ऊपर तो बहुत जाएगा नहीं, लेकिन एटलीस्ट नीचे नहीं गिरेगा. That is why for last 4 years you will find from 18 to 22, 23 that multi-cap funds have performed better than flexi-cap funds. But this story will not last long. Sooner than later, the amount of money which has gone into flexi-cap funds, they will have to perform. So they will have to invest in small caps, they will have to invest in mid caps. And the best way to see this is by checking your portfolio on value research. अगर आप बना रहे हैं, you will come to know on monthly basis that how much exposure in large cap is going up or is it going in mid cap. You will not come to know by way of checking the funds, but overall allocation you will come to know. And that allocation does not show allocation to funds, large cap funds or mid cap funds. It shows to the large cap, mid cap, small cap stocks. You get the point?
But sir, this Nifty 500, how they decide that in which index they have to?
वो Nifty 500 index है. You open Money Control app, and on the home page you click right on top. So you will get Nifty 50 का आ जाएगा. Similarly, if you will scroll down, you will find Nifty 500. Right? So let me do it for you. So then when you will do it, I don't know really how to get it here on the screen, but let me try. So like this is there, and now you press indices, you will get this, and somewhere here on the 7th level you have Nifty 500.
Yes, sir.
Here Nifty 500 में आप जाएंगे तो इसमें you will find overview, contributions, MC technicals, and then you will see stocks. Now in this stocks you will find the name of all the constituents of this, right? So in this actually it does not show the percentage, but when you will go on the laptop, because this is the mobile version, on the laptop you will be able to see how much allocation of individual stocks happens in this. And you'll be surprised. You see, when you will see this, you'll be surprised. Shri Renuka was 10% on last trading day. किसको पता है ना? अब उसका कितना weightage है? What you're talking is weightage. So weightage is fixed by the stock exchange, that is NSE. Because all these are index fund in this category are with NSE. तो इसमें ये सारे के सारे नाम हैं. You will find all 500 names are here. The last one being, इसमें Bosch तक है, Timken. All these are there. And I mean, it's like, overall it may have shown minus 0.03, but there are funds which could have gone down to 20% also, minus 20% also. तो इसमें एक एडवांटेज ये रहता है कि when the market is growing, you are growing with that, and you don't. The fund manager doesn't have to do that, anything about it, and the expense ratio is less. But it does not mean that you should put all your money here and forget about it. The last fund that it is showing in the because इसमें जो valuation होगा, that will be how much it gained that particular day. But when you will go to the composition, you will come to know everything in what proportion or allocation it was there. ठीक है ना? Home first is the last stock that is there.
Yeah, but it is not fixed. It is decided by NSE and it may change also, na sir. That which type of stock they are putting, large cap, small cap or mid cap. That is
वो
not
already decided है, वो रोज चेंज नहीं होता है, वो every 3 months it is considered. But 500 में तो सभी आ जाएंगे ना. 250 तो आपके मिड कैप और लार्ज कैप ही आ गए, 100 ऑफ लार्ज कैप, 150 ऑफ मिड कैप एंड 250 ऑफ स्मॉल कैप. तो ये 500 हो गया.
No, but they are not deciding that by every stock, say 500 stocks are there, that every stock they are putting say 0.5%. It is not equal also. It is
No, it
maybe,
is not equal. It is not equal.
Yeah.
It is not equal, and as far I think it is dependent upon the market cap of that particular stock. उसके बेसिस पर इसका परसेंटेज डिसाइड होता है.
Yes, yes.
जैसे इसमें इंडस्ट्रीज अगर आप देखेंगे ना, नेक्स्ट टैब व्हिच इज देयर इज द इंडस्ट्रीज. तो इसमें बैंकिंग इज 18.5%, 52% weightage. Technology is 10.14% weightage. Oil and gas is 8.63% weightage. तो weightage इन्होंने decide किया. अब कैसे decide किया? I am not really competent to say that. But in that, whoever are the industry leaders, they will try to include those. They may be having the definition of how many thousand crores is small cap, so how much they have to include. Because in oil and gas, you will also have small caps also and large cap also. तो ये सब वो स्टॉक एक्सचेंज डिसाइड करता है. एंड एनी AMC if is planning to bring out a fund on this, they have to follow these indices. That is what. ठीक बात. ओके, और कुछ?
बस.
Okay. So let's meet next time, and let's hope it will be more productive next time. And I hope all your queries have been settled. If you have something which requires a research, please send the query a little earlier on post direct message to me. Then it's easier for me to see and do a bit of finding out. Right? Till then, stay safe, stay happy, and if you're on board, stay double safe. Bye bye. Good night.
Thank you.